U.S. Vice President JD Vance has expressed confidence that Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky will eventually agree to discuss peace with Russia. In an interview with Fox News, Vance said Ukraine's president conveyed a lack of respect during his televised White House meeting on Friday and showed a clear unwillingness to engage in the peace process sought by his U.S. counterpart.
We need to bring this thing to a peaceful settlement. The president was trying to do that. He'll continue to try to do that, but you've got to have two to tango. You've got to have a negotiating partner in the Ukrainians who recognize that, of course they have their views, and of course they're not always going to agree with us, but they've got to participate in the conversation. They weren't willing to do that on Friday, so the president said send him home.
Vance said giving Washington an economic interest in the future of Ukraine will serve as a security guarantee for the country that Russia invaded in February 2022.
If you want real security guarantees, if you want to actually ensure that Vladimir Putin does not invade Ukraine again, the very best security guarantee is to give Americans economic upside in the future of Ukraine.
Vance said it was very important that Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin come to the negotiating table. He said the door to the White House remains open so long as Zelensky is willing to seriously talk peace.
So long as Zelensky is willing to seriously talk peace. You can't come into the Oval Office or anywhere else and refuse to even discuss the details of a peace deal. Look, this is not going to make anybody happy. The Russians are going to have to give up stuff. The Ukrainians are going to have to give up stuff. You can't come to the Oval Office and say, give us security guarantees. We won't even engage with you about what we're willing to give up. That's been the Ukrainian posture. When that posture changes, as President Trump said, when they're willing to talk peace, I think President Trump will be the first person to pick up the phone.
The U.S. Vice President also lashed out at European nations backing Kiev, calling on them to be realistic. Meanwhile, a New York Post report claims that the Ukrainian president met with anti-Trump Democrats before the Oval Office meeting on Friday, and the Democrats advised him to reject the terms of the minerals deal that the president was offering. The report cites Democrat Senator Chris Murphy's social media post, which said during their discussion, Zelensky had confirmed that the Ukraine will not support a peace agreement with Russia without any security arrangements for Ukraine. The report says after this gathering, as Zelensky arrived at the Oval Office, the meeting with Donald Trump quickly went off the rails and ended with the White House asking the Ukrainian leader to leave. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.